What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and this has been a really bizarre day. A day that um, it seems to all kind of be fitting together because for whatever reason, and I couldn't possibly guess, um, if you've been following the Jussie Smollett trial, you know that it's been a complete farce. It's been insane. It's been a circus in its own right. And it's been one of those cases where, as somebody on the outside looking in, I really just want the dude to get the maximum. Not more than whatever is, ascribed to it. I don't think that that is fair. But the fact that the guy basically tried to inspire a battle in America along the lines of race for his own personal profit means he kind of keeps a special spot in my heart when I'm talking about people that I dislike. And now today, the man actually took the stand in his own defense. This is going to be a disaster, and it's already been hilarious. If you look at just a brief recap, we've already found out several things. First of all, this via Lutterworth Crowder, he told the brothers to call him words knowing his target audience, the media, would eat it up. The Osundario brothers are the two brothers that Jussie paid with a personal check to fake hit him. Both brothers are currently testifying under oath, and Jussie had some special dialogue he wanted the brothers to repeat. Ola, Jussie said he wanted us to yell out things about race and things about his his orientation at him. He wanted to say, "Aren't you that empire bundle of 6-word N-word? This is mega country." What did mega country mean? President Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again." Seems odd that Jussie, who is both black and gay, would want those words said to him. Turns out Jussie had a specific audience in mind, a predictable and easily manipulated audience. Now the Osundario brother says, asked under oath, who was the audience supposed to be? Osundario. According to Jussie, the media. Mission accomplished. The media ate it up like an all-you-can-eat, make-your-own vegan burrito bar. Blue checkmark after blue checkmark tripped over themselves, echoing the questionable story, including the future, and if you believe the rumors, soon to be former vice president. Even leftists, every leftist douche heard a story that was too perfect and too good to be true, but they didn't care. It happened exactly like Jussie said it would happen, except for the whole getting caught part. And now a Hail Mary. Now, if we look at, testifying your own defense, it's a risky move. It's a move that Kyle deployed, for example. And I think, while risky, I think it was extremely important and led to his ultimately being found not guilty. Jussie takes the stand to refute accusation he orchestrated the whole fake thing. The former actor of the TV show Empire was testifying Monday at a trial entered its second week and near to finish. The two brothers testified last week that Jussie, who is gay and black, orchestrated the hoax to get publicity. They said that he paid them to fake the whole thing back in January 2019. In a, if you remember, polar vortex, which means it was probably 1020 below zero, and while he was getting a delicious foot-long Subway tuna sub. Jussie's attorney argued that the whole thing was real and that the brothers made up the story about the hoax and asked him for $1 million to not testify against him. No proof of that was ever provided, by the way. The charges carry a possible sentence of 3 years, though legal experts say that 39-year-old Jussie is more likely to get probation and be ordered to perform community service. Jussie has maintained the whole thing happened in downtown in January in 2019 by supporters of then President Donald Trump. Not many of those in downtown Chicago, by the way. A report that ignited political and ideological divisions around the country, but Special Prosecutor Dan Webb said the actor recruited the two brothers to help him carry out the whole farce, then reported it to Chicago PD, who classified it, of course, as a hate crime, and then spent 3,000 staff hours investigating it. 3,000. Earlier Monday, security guard Anthony Moore said around the time of the event, he saw a person on the ground at the end of the block and two men running, one of whom was white. Moore said he told the PD what he saw, but he was later questioned by the special prosecutor. He felt pressure to change the story. Moore testified that in his signed statement that he said the person was possibly a black man, but that he felt pressure and threatened to put something out there that he didn't see. Under cross, Moore said he only saw the man for 1 or 2 seconds. He also said he thought the men were fooling around and that the two men were laughing as they ran past him. Prosecutors say Jussie staged the whole thing because he was unhappy with Empire Studios' response to mean letters he received. The letter included a drawing of a stick figure hanging with the keyword and the word MAGA, an apparent reference to the President Donald Trump. First of all, this is something that not a lot of people are talking about, but it is my opinion that it's extremely likely, okay, that he faked the letter too. Extremely likely that he faked the letter too. Not a lot of people that don't like black people are watching Empire. And Jussie Smollett was not a main character on that show, from what I understand. So why on earth would he be getting those letters? My guess is he probably sent it himself. Now he's got 6 felony counts, but the story gets even more hilarious because now that he's taken the stand, I don't know what their plan is or what the defense team's plan is, but apparently the defense team's strategy is to put Jussie up there and just talk about dudes he's hooked up with, things that have nothing to do with the actual event. You see some of the people in the courtroom. You say Jussie tells jurors he came to terms with his preferences in his 20s. Colleague Don Babwin reports from the room. Jussie said he auditioned for the role of Empire of a gay singer because he'd never seen a black man portrayed in that way. Jussie also testified that he met one of the Osendarios at a club. Don Babwin reports from court. He said the two enjoyed some substances together and then went to a bathhouse. I don't even know what a bathhouse is. Is that like a I don't understand. I don't know what it is. I know that it's like for like it's referred to here in the West for like as like hookups between dudes, but that can't be like their intent, is it? Is it like just a men's club? I don't know. Where they apparently made out. Osendario testified last week that he and Jussie did not have that kind of a relationship. Yeah, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But again, what does it matter? I don't care how many handy J's you doled out every minute up until you hatched this scheme and every minute after. Believe me, you'll be giving out a lot of them in the clink. But I don't care. None of that is important. Why are they talking about it? And then this Jason Meisner apparently is a Chicago Tribune reporter who's in the room and said, they've talked about one night after he and Bola left the club, after his brother had, quote, took the vibe out of the room. They went to a bathhouse, Jussie said. Went there alone. We got a private room. Jussie said haltingly, we made out a little bit. And this time we handy Jade together. I don't know if you borrow a hand during that. I'm not familiar. Or if it's just you sit next to each other and you do it. Then, like, if you sit next to each other, what if the other dude finishes before you? Do you just sit there then? Or do you try to time it? I don't know. I'll probably have to ask Mike Harlow about this kind of thing. Maybe he would tell me. But I guess I can live my whole life with not knowing the specifics. I'm cool with that. They're two men doing what they want to do. Both wanted to be there. Good for them. Has nothing to do with the case. He talks about he hired them for a music video that he was going to be in. And like, I don't understand. Regarding Ola Binjo, Bond's brother, he kind of creeped me out, Jussie said. Was that your friend? No, I didn't even know his name. It was one of those, you see somebody too many times to ask them their name. I was just like, hey, brother. I mean, Jussie says he negotiated to be able to keep 50% of his publishing for material he wrote for the show, which had never been done before. It felt amazing. Did you have issues with Fox? No. Jussie says that he met one of the Osendarios, whom he called Bon, at the club during season 4. He was in the VIP box, which I usually hate because you feel like a monkey in a cage. You feel kind of like I do now. It's not fun. Oh, jury, love me. Bond came up and said he'd worked on Empire also. Jussie said that he and Osendario did some substances, then went to the Steamworks, a bathhouse in Boys Town. Asked what kind of things, he says, the powder and the plant. And then he makes a joke. I always had it on me. Awkward pause. Not now, but yeah. Asked why he did. I mean, I guess none of this is important. Why are they talking about who he's hooking up with? Like, that's all they're talking about in this trial is like the handy J's he's given out. I mean, what they're trying to do probably is to paint him as the victim of all of this. I don't know. None of it like, so what? You burned one and then you went to a club. Okay, great. He bought drugs off of him. Okay, great. Again, none of this has to do with the hoax. And I'm hoping that as the trial, I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll have some more spicy outtakes. But right now, it's like it's the most hilarious, like, Hail Mary desperation move I've ever seen. And this is exactly why the judge should give him the max. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.